know why I feel this way. Every day I wanna run away. I think I'll go back to that place I stay. Play on the server the TimeShot way.
Hello people, it's Poet, and we're back on TimeShot. Now, when we left off, we had that big talk about relationships and stuff. Not really gonna touch upon it today. I think a lot of people were kind of in support of the talk. One of the biggest counterpoints, I have to say, was regarding loneliness, and I sort of wanted to talk about that today, but I don't know to what extent I can talk about it. I ran all the way here, and now I need another type of block. So, loneliness was one of the biggest counterpoints, like I said, and the reason being that I was saying, like, oh, it's so wonderful, why settle for being unhappy with someone when, you know, there's billions of people on the planet. We're in a digital age where, you know, you can connect with people who have such similar interests to you from all over the world. Like, why are you settling? And a lot of the time it has to do with principles and with trust and, in fact, with loneliness. So, you know, those are kind of the counterpoints. There are people who just don't trust maybe the online market, or maybe they don't trust that they'll find the right person elsewhere, whether it's online or not. They don't feel confident that there's someone else out there for them. Maybe they think that they are the problem in a large part. And it kind of goes like that. So loneliness definitely comes to mind when I'm talking about those kinds of things. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that stops you from looking elsewhere often is the fact that you are going to be, like, unless someone just comes along and catches your fancy, which in itself isn't always a good thing, you know, being committed to someone who you truly love, as opposed to, like, looking elsewhere for someone else. I mean, I did say in the last video that was kind of a huge indicator that problems are happening. But, you know, I'm not suggesting that people go and do that and be unfaithful. In any case, what I was getting at is basically that, you can what am I saying? You can basically find someone else out there, but if you're going looking for them, I don't know. That's sort of a completely different point altogether. I'm trying to remember where I just was. My brain has farted and it's wafting right now. I don't know where I'm at. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. How tall is it over here? It goes up by one more. All right. But loneliness is one of the biggest issues, because people don't want to be alone. So, like, that's what I was saying, is that, like, unless you have someone else in your life already, people don't want to end something that's, you know, 90% of the time it's a great thing if I'm going to be alone tomorrow. Like, that's not, people don't like that. People don't want to live that life. A lot of the people, mostly children even, who come to me and they have problems in school and stuff, they're being bullied and the like, a lot of it is fear of being alone. Even then, you know, they don't want to be alone. They want to have friends. They want to have people in their lives who have common interests. Even then, beyond like a loving relationship, just a relationship among friends. So yeah, being alone isn't really what anybody wants to feel. And indeed, it's not easy to be alone. I mean, what can I even say to make the conversation worthwhile? I have had many points in my life where I didn't have a loved one, where I was alone. And, you know, I can't say that I liked it. I love having someone tell me that they love me. I like having someone care about me. It's just something that is natural. Like I enjoy the company of someone who cares about me. Who wouldn't, you know? Yeah, it's just, yeah, who wouldn't? Honestly. So I can see the argument there is that, like, if you are currently mostly happy and you've got someone in your life, why should you end it? I mean, you're not alone, at least. But, you know, I try to say to people, it's not so bad being alone. You can still have friends. You can still be liked by people, and you can still be even loved by people while being alone. This is looking pretty cool, actually. What do you guys think? I kind of made a hanging garden. Not so much like Spawns. Spawns uses jungle leaves and thicker wood. I'm just using fence. I found some spruce fence in my chests, and I thought, you know what, I got extra. I'll use it. And it's working out pretty good. I'll break that. Break that. Place. Come on, place. There we go. Here we go. I don't know how this... Okay, maybe like that. Gotta fine tune it. Yeah. So my vision for this place, I would actually like to have, it might sound crazy, but I would actually like to have some kind of a plant life on the bridge also. Like, not so much a hanging garden over top of the bridge, like a canopy, though that might actually look not bad now that I've said it. You know, if I had, like, oh, you see, they don't line up there, but you know, they don't line up there either. Half slabs. Curse you, half slabs. But I mean, if I had, like, a hanging garden over top, I don't know how that would look at the end of the day. Something that I'll have to explore. If I just mock it up here quickly with a few fences that I've got. So it'd be like that, and then on top, if I go like this, there we go. Destroy those. My scaffolding. And then kind of like that, more or less. So it would hang off like that. It would hang off like that. And so on. Probably wouldn't look like that. It would be more like hanging off the side. Yeah. So the whole thing could have a hanging garden over top. That wouldn't look too bad. It would give a little bit of green to the build, so it's not so, I don't know what's the right word for it, but mechanical or just plain. From afar, it kind of looks odd, though. I don't quite like how that looks. That doesn't look too bad, just being a little accent, but if I had it over the whole bridge, I don't know. But I want some kind of a plant life over top of this bridge. I want something. I want a little something. I don't know. There's just... I need a way of making plant life appear on this bridge. So, you know, whether I have another idea I had, and I don't have the chest here. I made just ladders going up for now. This is not going to be how it is permanently. I'm going to maybe try to do some kind of a stairway up. I'm not too sure yet how that stairway will look. This is just temporary so that I can move from top to bottom if I needed to. It'll probably be in this dark oakish color. Yeah, I have no idea for the stairway yet. And I don't know if I've expressed this in other videos. I probably have. I mean, this building has been here for ages. What I want to do is I want to have like a jutting out section. So like it would, the wall would jut out here kind of like in a V shape. If you follow my cursor, kind of like goes straight across and then it curves down and connects at the bottom. So it'd be like that, and then like have another tower on top of that, and then kind of the same over here, but like maybe higher up or even on the opposite side. And it would basically be like a tri-tower then. That would be kind of cool. Have maybe like hanging gardens falling off of their little bridges. Would be kind of cool. But anyway, the other idea I have, I got to get an axe. So I'm going to go make one, I think, unless I can find one. The one thing I want to do is try cutting out stuff like this. So this is going to probably... Oh, no. Good. So I'd actually extend these pillars up. How does it look over here? Yeah. Is it like that on all of them? Yes, it is. Perfect. It's almost like I knew in the past what I was going to do now. I want to take these logs and extend them upwards. I think these are spruce. I'm going to guess that they're spruce just because of the kind of a greenish color they have in the rings. Upon looking at them, I think, yes, they're definitely spruce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the... What am I doing? I need to get up. I know where to get up. Okay. I'm going to take the spruce. I'm going to extend it up by 1 or 2. Probably up to 2. And then put the leaf on top. So the leaf would be like... There. And so on. And then this whole bridge will have a little splash of green to it, which you'll be able to see from afar. So let's just check it out. Maybe this looks bad. I don't know if this looks bad yet. I have no idea. It might look terrible, and then I'll say, nope, not doing that idea. See, I can't even see it from here. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing, because I don't want it to be overpowering. Or maybe I want it to be a little bit more green, and I want to put like... See, I like how when you come up on the bridge here, you're going to see a little bit of green here. But maybe I want it to look more like, you know, have it 2 tall. 2 on each one. I've got plenty of leaves. This isn't even half of what I've got in my chest either, so I can kind of play around with it a little bit. And go like that. Let's just finish it off here up to this hanging test. Let's go down and around. Other things I wanted to talk about today. Like, I'm still sick. Yeah, it looks all right. Ish. I actually kind of preferred it when I couldn't see them somehow. I don't know. It's sort of weird. Anyway, let's see. I've been sick. So, since nothing serious sick. Like, I can't just say it like that. I've been sick, you know. Terminal. No, it's not. Basically, when I was in Boston, couldn't think of the city. When I was in Boston for PAX, Boston, I was basically, I contracted the PAX pox, as they call it, where, and it always happens when you travel. I didn't do the right things. I didn't vitamin boost myself. You can buy these over-the-shelf things that are like, they're like immune system beefer-uppers, vitamin boosts and things like that. Immune system boosts. And you got to drink a lot of orange juice. And just boost your immune system before you go on a trip, because you're going to be in a tight, cramped airplane with a bunch of people, and guaranteed, you're going to run into someone who's sick. Either it's going to be the person right sitting beside you, or it's going to be, someone on the plane near you. There's just going to be someone. There always is. And maybe you'll notice them, maybe you won't. I need an axe. That's what I wanted. Maybe you'll notice them, maybe you won't. But at the end of the day, you're going to get sick. If not from that, then you're going to get sick from, like, if you're going to a convention like I did, you're going to get sick from that convention. You're going to get sick from being around that many people for that long. If that doesn't make you sick, then, it could be even the people in the hotel that you're staying in. If that doesn't make you sick, it could be like me, where, me and Fabe were both on the subway. The subway is filthy. I can't tell you how filthy it must be. I mean, like, if you've never been on a subway or a bus or something like that, they often have these poles that you can hold on to while the bus is moving. And, people don't wash their hands enough. Even if they do, who knows what they just ended up touching, and now they're touching the pole, and you have to touch the pole too because you don't want to fly across the bus or the subway when it's moving. Like, no matter what city you're in, London, New York, Toronto, wherever, you're going to get something on your hands from touching those poles. So I was really careful. I often washed my hands. I never touched my face, my mouth with my hands. If I had just been touching something out in the wilderness of New York, I thought that I was careful enough. But then, you can't defend against the airborne sicknesses too. Like, if you get on a tight subway with someone and the guy right beside you has a cold, if they even breathe at you wrongly, you're maybe going to get that cold too. So I got sick. I got sick kind of twice. So when I was in Boston, I had like a full-on 2-day flu. Like, it hit me so hard, like a sack of bricks. It was, one day I was perfectly fine, and we were just carrying on as we always were. The next day, like, I got back to our little apartment that we had rented, and I was like shaking, my teeth were chattering, I had a fever, I felt achy, I couldn't move, and that lasted for like a full day, and then I kind of got over that. But when I got over that, it's not like it ended there, because then I got kind of like a cold, and I started to cough because, the cold just gets into your lungs, and then you cough and cough and cough. And I think as I was getting over that, then, I fly some more. I'm on more planes. I'm in more airports. I was in the hotel with Fabe and on the subway in New York, and it just adds up again. And I got sick again. I'm sure that I got sick more than once here. That I got sick twice. So I'm still sick. And this is the thing with me, and you can ask anybody, ask Wyn especially, like, she knows. When I get sick, I get sick. And part of it is my stubbornness. I'm not drinking enough OJ as I should. I'm not taking vitamins still, even though I'm sick. I'm not even taking like a cold remedy right now, even though I'm sick. And like this whole time as I'm talking, like this feeling in my chest that I need to cough is just like a constant thing. So it's tough. It's tough actually to record. It's really quite tough. I'm almost thinking, call me crazy. Oh, no. I can't do that. What I was going to say is I want to take like leaf blocks like this, or not leaf blocks, grass blocks, and put them kind of right here, extend the greenery, but then you'd be able to see dirt from the other side, and that looks ugly. So there we go. This is coming along nicely, I think. Looking at it from here, I don't want the second row. That's my decision. That's the decision I made. So I've been sick still. It's actually tough. Like when you do anything with your voice for a living, whether you're a public speaker, whether you're on radio, whether you're on TV, whether you're doing YouTube videos, whether you're conducting, like you're a teacher and you're talking to students, when you get sick, it just makes everything so trying, because like I don't want to sit here just hacking and coughing into the microphone. That's so bad. But this urge to do it is a constant thing. And yet I've got to get these videos out. I got to do it. You know, I'm not going to take a break. I can't. I just can't. I took a 2-week break. I'm not going to take another 2-week break while I wait for this cold to pass. Can't see it at all from here, which is maybe a good thing. Like I was saying, you go up, you look at the bridge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks pretty good. Almost a little bit too frequent, though. Not gonna lie. So, like, if I took out this one, that one, and oh, I want the ones on the end. So take out that one. Take out that one. See, I coughed. Caught myself, but I just had to. You just have to. Like, it's your body's natural immune system trying to, like, fight a cold. And especially, like, if I see something that's kind of funny and I start to laugh or something, then the cough just hits, you know. Can't stop it. So I apologize. That was kind of my long precursor, is that I apologize for why is there a horse just sitting out there? I apologize ahead of time if I start coughing or something like that. I hope you guys understand. I really can't help it. I try, but I just can't help it. This is an odd shaped bridge, like it's an odd length or something. So unless I were to put another plant right here. Hi, Edison. Yeah, that's right. That's where I went there. He knows what I say. It's like he knows. It's like he knows what I'm saying, even though he's not in the call. I'm not on Discord somewhere, am I? Like I forgot to disconnect and he's listening. That would be funny. All right, this is okay. There we go. So like I was saying, unless I put the leaves at the end there, and I can do that. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Doesn't look bad. So then I can cut this out. That. Because I don't want it to be too overpowering with greenery. What else has been going on? So my mother has been looking for a condo. Or no, we're skipping ahead. We're actually way in the past with that talk. So I don't know how many of you guys know this, probably none, but my mother has actually been staying with me for the last since about April. So it's just over a month now. It's heading into 2 months now. And basically, that looks way better. She's been kind of a burden, but at the same time, you know, she's my mother, so I can't really say anything bad about it. she just, there's a reason why I enjoyed moving out of my parents' house so much. You get that freedom. And then when your parent has to move back in with you because she was looking for a house, it's almost like you take a step back in a way. And it's kind of hard to express just how annoying it can be. Unless you've also been in that kind of a situation. Like, all of a sudden, you almost feel like you're a kid again. You almost feel like some of your freedoms have been taken away. Even though none of mine have been. But anyway, she's been, like, freaking out about this condo that she bought. She did buy a place. She's just renovating it now. And while the renovations are going on, she's still staying with me. And so that's something that's going on in my life right now. It's tough because she is stubborn. She's one of the most stubborn people that I know about. And I get my stubborn streak from her, I'm sure. So if at any time I feel like I'm being really stubborn, it really reminds me of my mother, in that she's always stubborn like that too. But it's frustrating because I have a little bit of experience when it comes to renovating a house. Like, I've been renovating this house that I live in for 3 years now. Like, it's 3 years. A very, very, very slow process, I'll admit, because it's just me doing it and I just don't have the time. I honestly just don't have the time or the motivation to work on the house as much as I should be. Even though I want to sell it, I want to move. I want to get my relocation to the United States on with. But despite me knowing that, it's just hard to find an hour or two to work on just like putting plaster on a wall. That's just, to me, that's boring. I don't want to do that. And so I just don't do that. You know, it's kind of just how it goes. I don't want to, and so I just don't. And that's tough. That's tough because I know I need to. And anyway, I have experience doing it though. Like, despite all that, despite me not wanting to, I still know a thing or two about it. And she doesn't listen to my advice, and that's one of the most frustrating things, is when you're trying to give someone advice and you think you're being helpful, and sometimes you are, and they don't consider it. Like, she'll ask a question about her flooring and I'll give her my honest opinion, and it would be a money saving option and it would still look good and it's a great idea in my mind. And she'll say, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this instead. You know, you suggest X, she wants to do Y instead. And then she goes and she'll talk to someone, like she hired a contractor or she has a designer working on the house also. And she'll talk to them and they will suggest X. And then all of a sudden she'll come to me and say, well, I'm doing X. Not because I suggested it, but because the other person, the professional, suggested it. And the thing is that I don't think that I've ever tried to steer her wrong, that I've done the wrong bit of advice. Like, I think I've been given pretty good advice. And yet she won't accept it unless it comes from someone else. And that, to me, is always a frustratingly tough thing to deal with. So what do we think about this? So if I go like this, and I'm just gonna actually tear apart this a little bit up. Get rid of that, because that won't be there. And I start going like this. So and then like that. Wait a minute. Okay, so in the middle it goes up, then it curves on the side, up. This one should be curved. And then up, and then curved. Yep. So we can go like this along the side and just have it kind of more or less like that, and it'll be kind of a big box. The other thing we can do, see, like you'll go up, and I want to showcase it the right way, is that this will all be enclosed. This will all be enclosed also. There we go. So you walk in, and you can walk up the stairs. Oh, I have to jump? Really? Well, I don't like that. No, that defeats the purpose of having stairs. Okay, so then these ones have to be straight up. This is looking a little bit ridiculous now. Then this one has to be straight. This is not going well. See, I could do like that, but I don't like how this looks right here. I could finish it off with something like that if I really needed to, but I'd rather not, because then it still looks bad there, and I can't really fix that. Another option, of course, is instead of doing this frame here, so like instead of doing like this, bear with me. So it's not often I do building on camera, but I just really felt like it today, so you're going to deal with it. But another thing I could do is sort of like that. So like have a landing and then have like that and then another, oop, going down a ladder. So that'll be gone. That'll be gone. So I'd have more or less a landing, and then the rest would be like all this would be the fence. Fence is the word. Fence. It's kind of like that. So just sort of like that, and then this would be the landing, the next landing, and then more fence, and so on and so forth. So you could do something like that to design the stairway. Either way, it still looks better, even as it is right now, in my opinion, than it did with the other stairwell. But I'm just playing around with it. I don't know how I'm going to fix the way that this ugliness looks and this ugliness looks. I could go something like this. Is often, you know, quick fix. And it doesn't look too bad. Go like that again. See? So then at least it looks kind of like a completed stairwell. But then I got to do that basically the same thing on all of these little arches. So see how it kind of streamlines it downwards. And I have to do the same thing, well, when it turns like here. Yeah, I could do that. Maybe that's what I'll do. Or to save blocks, I don't really need to do that one. I don't really need to do that one. Instead, what you do, this is just me winging it at this point. Instead, what you can do is just go like that, and that looks pretty good to finish off the underside of the stairs. If I were to do the same thing over here with that, not as good. It just looks like a solid block. Don't like it. So the undersided step it is, and then half slab, undersided step, half slab, and it'll go kind of like that all the way up. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. And this will be fence. All this. Right? Wait. How does that work? What level are we on? So the same level as the middle step. I have a little landing. This one middle step. This one's a little bit too high then. Like that. Get that out. We're figuring it out. What else? I think that's basically all that I wanted to talk about today. I mean, talk about a very, very basic, simple episode. I mean, I just wanted to talk. That's all that it is. Ran out of fence. Need more fence. But there we go. It's not looking too bad. I could also, if I had the leaves on me, I don't know why I put them away. If I had the leaves on me, I could actually kind of like, what I'd do is like break apart this one, put a leaf block, break apart that one, put a leaf block, kind of randomize it, maybe like that, put leaf blocks in, and just put some greenery on the way up, leaf block, might look kind of cool. Or maybe even just leaving it broken up like that. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Gives it a rustic look. You know. Definitely doesn't hurt it. And then I have more spruce wood fence to go up. So, that's a thought. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for just listening to me ramble. Because that's literally all that this episode was. I apologize if that's not the episode you're really into. But you know what? You can just deal with it because I enjoyed it. I enjoy sometimes just talking. And with that, we'll be seeing you next time on TimeShot. Bye-bye.